Today I'm going to show you guys the top 5 decks in Clash Royale. With a Royal tournament just around the corner, these are going to be the best decks to get you high wins. So I really hope you guys enjoy. If you do, leave a like. Leaving a like lets me know this video helps you. Also, if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. It supports me. And let's hop right into it. So this meta is maybe the most versatile meta we have had in a while. The game is actually very balanced right now, meaning a lot of different decks will work, but these decks just stand above the crowd. The first deck here is P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. This deck finished number 1 last season on ladder, and some very interesting stuff about P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam is this version uses minions instead of the magic archer. Minions recently got a buff, they do more damage, and of course the key with P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam is that constant pressure on your opponent. We are going to play these decks in a grand challenge. So first play with this deck, I'm going to go Royal Ghost at the back. It forces him to play something, and he goes Dark Prince. So we are going to Bandit at the bridge opposite lane, again just forcing out more elixir. Alternatively, he plays nothing and it gets a ton of damage like you just saw. One Electro Wizard in the center here should be able to take out both sides, which is very awesome. Now the Phoenix actually knocked the Electro Wizard into this right lane, so we are going to Battle Ram in front. He goes with a Golem, super bad timing, because now we have a Battle Ram and an Electro Wizard on your tower. He plays a Lumberjack, but again, that Electro Wizard getting so much value. We obviously P.E.K.K.A. away that Golem, no problem. And you guys can just see the domination that's occurring. We haven't even made it to double elixir, and this game's already over. We Royal Ghost on the right, he didn't defend it the best. Once again, we play a Bandit on the right, just applying that pressure. We are going to go with minions here, and then once again, we Electro Wizard in the middle. Doing that just because the Electro Wizard has good range, he can take out both sides. Going to Battle Ram in the pocket, protect the minions, and you guys can just see the amount of damage those minions do is crazy now. Electro Wizard also getting a shot on the tower, and we are going to play a P.E.K.K.A. at the back. Doing that because I predicted his Golem. We just hit double elixir time, and honestly I'm going to poison at the bridge here. That Electro Dragon is very annoying, I have to admit, but with an Electro Wizard, with a Zap, with a Poison, we managed to take it out. Going to also play minions here just to help out against the Phoenix, and you guys can just see nothing's breaking through. He's chucking everything he has at me, but it's just not working. We are going with a P.E.K.K.A. in the pocket, and then we are playing a Battle Ram, doing that just to be annoying. He tornadoes, but buddy, not enough. Going to go with a Royal Ghost at the back, going to play an Electro Wizard here, and that is going to be a good game. And that was just a dominating performance, showing exactly why this deck finished number 1 last season. On to the next deck, we have Hog Earthquake Cycle, a super strong and powerful deck, very annoying, and obviously your main goal with this deck is just to outcycle your opponent into a game. And we are going to start with an Ice Spirit at the bridge and then Hog Rider. Obviously Hog Cycle, you can be very aggressive in single elixir time, and you guys can just see Hog Rider gets 2 hits on the tower. That's very good. We are going to play skeletons here for the goblins, and bats. Was not expecting bats. We will go giant skeleton here. It's not the best against a mighty miner. He will get melted, but I didn't have a whole lot of answers. The main thing is though, we do defend, and then we will go with a cannon here for this Hog Rider. Going to also log back this firecracker, activate my King Tower with the Queen, and that's okay. Going to get ready to use my Queen's ability. Going to use it now. Perfect. We get damage, a lot of damage as well. And I know he has a Mighty Miner and Goblins back in cycle. There's the Mighty Miner. So I'm not going to go Hog Rider. That would just be playing into him. That would be very silly. Instead, we're going to cycle. We're going to play a cannon. We're just going to defend this push and then counter push. Going to play a Queen here for this Phoenix. He goes Hog Rider once again. We are going to use the ability, so everything goes towards that cannon, logging away that firecracker, obviously just going to help out, and that was a good defense. He goes bats and then goblins at the bridge, and Hog Riders once again. Okay, a very aggressive player, this guy. We are just going to cannon and giant skeleton, and it's okay to play this deck slowly. You're waiting for that good opportunity like right now, where you can just really capitalize and actually get damage done to your opponent. Hog Rider there gets 2 hits, bringing the tower down to 200, and we are going to once again cycle to a cannon. Going to also Ice Spirit here, going to log just to help out, going to use the ability, going to place skeletons up high. Again, just distracting everything, being super annoying, and then we will go with another cannon. You guys can see this guy's getting frustrated. He's not able to break through like he wants to. Going to place skeletons here, protect my tower from that bird. Going to Earthquake cycle him, because at this point in the game I don't even have to play my Hog Rider. We are just going to cycle a log, and that is good game. A big mistake Hog cycle players make is they focus too much on offense and not enough on defense. You guys saw in that game I only got 1 or 2 good Hog Riders on his towers, but I made sure they were good Hog Riders, giving me a massive damage lead and winning me the game. Moving on, the next deck is a no skill deck. This comes down to whether you have a good matchup or a bad matchup. If you have a good matchup, you're going to win. If you have a bad matchup, you're going to lose. Okay, into a game, and he goes Baby Dragon at the back, so we will play an Electro Giant. Obviously, the Electro Giant is going to counter the Baby Dragon, and he does go Goblin Cage, so I will Lightning that. Going to Lightning like this, so it takes out the Cage and the Brawler, which is just very good for me. And let's see what he does. He Tornadoes. I will also Tornado, and that's okay. Trying to figure out what he is. He's either Golem or Graveyard. Going to dash onto his tower. He's Electro Giant. Okay, we will just play a cannon here. Golden Knight doing a ton of damage to his tower, and here we will Barbarian Bow just to help out, and we are up about 1,000 damage. He goes Ice Wizard. That's fine. We are just going to play a Phoenix. Lightning. Okay, that's aggressive. Going to Electro Giant at the back, and really there's nothing he can do to stop this. He went Baby Dragon. That's whatever. The Electro Giant will hit it. That's a good Cage. Going to Tornado in that Baby Dragon. Going to play a Golden Knight at the back. Going to play a Phoenix. Going to Barbarian Bow. Just want to be safe rather than sorry here. And once again, a super aggressive Lightning now lets me Electro Giant at the bridge, use my Golden Knight's ability, and he's in trouble. We obviously countered this Electro Giant very easily. We play a Barbarian Bow for that Goblin Ruler. Play another Electro Giant. Just pressure him. Use my Golden Knight's ability, dashes onto the tower. Beautiful stuff. And he gives up. That is a good game. And there's not a whole lot I can say about this deck. It's either you have a good matchup and you win, or you have a bad matchup and lose. Moving on, we do have Lava Hound. Lava Hound is making a comeback because of the Phoenix nerf. This Lava Hound is great. You want to play very defensive with this deck into a game, and like I said, you want to be defensive with this deck. And I normally like to wait for double elixir time. This deck's a bit heavier, so if you do not have to play cards, I wouldn't. Anyway, he goes Lava Hound at the back. Okay, great first play there, buddy. We see a Lava Hound and Bat, so he's definitely Lava Clone. And obviously we just Phoenix the Lava Hound. We are going to Flying Machine his Flying Machine, and he fireballs it. Okay, that's fine. Wait for the Flying Machine to get closer, then we can Skeleton Dragons. We can also play a Tombstone for this Lumberjack. He says wow as he's realizing the matchup. We are going to Lava Hound at the back. He goes Baby Dragon. That's fine. We are just going to Phoenix that, and he does use the clone. We just arrows. Easy. Going to play a Skeleton King here. Obviously, we take out that entire Skarmy. He says well played. Going to use the ability because we know he only has one spell, and that is a Fireball. Forcing out the Fireball, doing a ton of damage to his tower, and that's good game. Yeah, he knows it. Going to just reset with a Tombstone. Play it slow, play it defensive. Going to Lava Hound. He also plays a Lava Hound. Going to play a Phoenix. Going to play Skeleton Dragons. Get ready to arrows. He goes Bats. That's fine. We are going to play a Flying Machine. Going to also play a Skeleton King here. And you guys can see I have such easy defenses, and he just cannot defend me. Going to use my Skeleton King's ability. Going to arrows the other tower because we can. And good game. This deck is very well rounded. You just have to be careful, you do only have one spell. The next deck is my deck. Royal Giant Skeleton King. Every single good tournament finish I have is with this deck. Okay, into a game, and like I said, this is my main deck. I have a ton of videos showcasing this deck, and right away we are going to Mother Wish that Tombstone because obviously pigs. He goes Skeleton King, that's fine. Mother Wish is just going to keep making piggies and being very annoying. We are also going to then play a Fisherman for this Skeleton King, and Zappies this Baby Dragon. We are also going to Skeleton King of my own down the opposite lane. He Barbarian Bows, that's fine. Didn't use his Skeleton King's ability, okay. In my opinion, that's a misplay, but we will use my ability. And it's already game over. He Tornadoes, but look at the damage. This guy's also a Golem player, so we can just RG at the bridge here. He wasted the Mother Witch. He's going to most likely Tombstone, which I have log. We will log this now, boom. Very easy. We will get some damage on his tower, and then we will Mother Witch away this Baby Dragon. Golem can be a tricky matchup, but I have gotten such a great start to this match, I feel like I cannot lose. Going to play a Skeleton King at the back. The big problem in his deck is that Mother Witch. That is the scary card we need to be careful about. Going to play a Skami here. Going to also play Zappies, use my Skeleton King's ability. This is why the Night Witch is scary, because it starts to spawn bats like that, and if you let them swarm, they will destroy you. Anyway, very easy defense. Barely taking any damage. We will RG at the bridge once again. He's going to Tombstone. We just play a Mother Witch, and that is good game. He completely ignored my Royal Giant. He has to go all out attack. Going to Fireball that Night Witch. Going to log this right side now. Wait for some skeletons to spawn in and then log it. And yeah, a bit of a scary ending, but we are okay. Good game. I honestly got a bit careless at the end. But there we go. Those are the top 5 decks. Pekka Bridge Spam finished number 1 last season. Hog Earthquake, just a super solid meta deck. Electro Giant is the no skill deck of the season. Lava Hound making a return. Definitely keep it on your radars. And then my deck. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, leave a like. Of course, subscribe if you have not already. And as always, make sure you guys take care, brush your hair, and peace out.